Actually, Ahmed Bhai, as you all know, and it has been demonstrated in the past 1.5 years, actually more than that now, that this is the key feature of the writings of Mirza Qadyani, that saying one thing in one place and completely opposite to the other place. And this is the reason. Listen, people, careful. This is the reason. When the Lahori sect and the Qadiani sect, when they debate to each other that was Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani a prophet, so the Qadiani sect has said on record, they said that if you will quote 10 passages that he denied to be a prophet, we can quote 100 passages that he claimed to be a prophet. Then what did you prove? You are only proving contradiction. That's the point. Exactly the point is this. Because pointing out a contradiction or quoting an opposite quote does not solve the problem. It actually makes the problem even worse. And by the way, this is the reason that Muslim Maud, the second caliph of the Jamaat, has to say that everything his father has said before 1901 is mansukh, is abrogated. Because nowadays they try to harmonize each and everything. But he knew this. This is an impossible task. So he made a simple choice. He said, look, everything before 1901 is abrogated. He said, my father changed his belief. Aqeeda mein tabdeeli paida ki. He said, my father changed his belief after 1901. So he said, you cannot quote to us anything before that. And this is the case with every single matter. For example, I'll just give you one example, Bashir Bhai. He said that our prophet has never said that the coming Messiah will be a Nabi, a prophet. Why? Why? Because in 1891, he was not claiming to be a Nabi, only a Muhaddas, etc. So when he was quoting anything before, he said that our prophet has not put the condition that the coming Messiah will be a prophet. And guess what? Later on, when he claimed to be a quote-unquote prophet, he said, no, our prophet has said that the coming Messiah will be a Nabi. Subhanallah. And nowadays, they quote this second thing, that because Mirza Sahib was Messiah, he has to be a Nabi. So you can go on and on and on. This classic example, this salient feature of his writings, that everything is contradictory. And then he himself said, झूठे के कलाम में तनाकुज़ होता है. That speech of a liar is necessarily contradictory.
Subhanallah.
Yeah, just one question. So for clarification, all the arguments in Brahini Ahmadiyya for Wahi, Ilham, prophethood are abrogated.
Yes, of course.
It,
And
it was already a worthless book, and now it's abrogated.
Subhanallah. And Bashir Bhai, look, Subhanallah, look at the absurdness. He was writing Burahini Ahmadiyya as a tahaddi. Tahaddi means challenge. He said that this book I am writing as a challenge to all people that come forward and refute this book. And guess what? In 1905, when he started to write Burahini Ahmadiyya Panjam, he said that when I was writing early on, I did not understand those quotations. Subhanallah, if you yourself did not understand, then how you are calling others to write the refutation? I mean, Bashir Bhai, look at the absurdness. If I'm writing something and I want people to refute that, it necessarily means that I understand what I'm writing. But he ended up saying that even at that time, I did not understand. And Bashir Bhai, inshallah, and other, bi'iznillahi ta'ala, and other research paper is coming, bi'iznillahi ta'ala. In that one, because when you quote to them, that how come that Mirza Sahib was saying up till 1891, Isa Islam is alive in heavens and he will return bodily. And they would say, no. Allah made it clear to him in 1891. Guess what? Inshallah, I will quote from 1892. He was still wrong. What would you do then? Then go and start inventing some other puncture because more stuff is coming. Like they said that the arguments of Ahmadiyya polemics, by the way, I am talking to the Ahmadi clerics. Common Ahmadi does not know these things. In Ahmadiyya polemic, it's like the blanket of a poor man. If you try to cover the feet, your head is out. If you try to cover the head, your feet are out. This is the case of their polemics. They try to cover up one thing and end up creating a bigger problem.
And the other word is punctured. एक पासे puncture लगा दिया, दूसरे पासे खुल गया.